Hi, I'm Mayra Moreno, news anchor with ABC 13. Welcome to Preservation Houston's 2020 GOODBRICK Tour. Thank you for being with us as we bring you this year's tour to you in a new format. And thanks to our video sponsors, Catherine Warren and J. MONROE with Martha Turner Sotheby's International Realty for helping make this possible. Preservation Houston has presented the GOODBRICK Award since 1979 to recognize outstanding historic preservation projects and the people who make them happen. The GOODBRICK Tour has taken place since 2014 to give visitors an inside look at these award-winning historic homes and buildings and demonstrate the value of historic preservation in Houston. I'll be taking you through the beautifully restored Rosenbaum House. It's a rare property for Houston, a historic home that has been in the family since it was built. This contemporary ranch house was built for Max and Helen Rosenbaum, who had escaped the Nazi regime and built a new life together in Houston. The couple hired architect Arthur Steinberg to create a home that reflected their interest in modern design. The house was completed in 1964 on site overlooking Gray's Bayou. The current owner moved in as a teenager and says he was enamored of the home from the start. The house in Meyerland, a 1,200-acre residential development that opened in 1955 on farmland the Meyer family had owned since the 1880s. Meyerland's developer, George Meyer, promoted the neighborhood as an up-to-date community for modern Houstonians. The Rosenbaum House fits the subdivision's contemporary image and embodies the melting pot attributes of mid-century modern design. The home's long, low profile, wide eaves, and simple facade reflect the influence that Southern California architects had on post-war suburban designs. In the place of older homes' large front windows and broad porches, Steinberg used narrow windows and garden areas screened by breeze blocks along the front facade to give the homeowners privacy. The low-pitched roof with intersecting gables adapted from Asian architecture emphasizes the home's horizontal lines and contributes to its timeless appeal. Notice that the architect chose a white roofing material to complement the light brick exterior. Entering through the dappled front doors, we'll see one of many family pieces in the home. This color-filled painting by Max Rosenbaum, the original homeowner. The dining room also features family pieces along with newer elements. The dining table was custom built for the Rosenbaum's first Houston home in Riverside Terrace, while the floating buffet is original to this house. The sheer curtains here also original and have been carefully restored. The drawing over the buffet is by British-American painter Rockstraw Downs and shows the horse track at Presidio, Texas. The artist also produced this study, which you may recognize as the Gulf Freeway's interchange with the Sam Houston Tollway while it was under construction. When the house was renovated, Stern and Bucek Architects created a more open floor plan that is still in keeping with the mid-century design aesthetic. The project opened up the kitchen and breakfast nook and preserved this built-in wall clock. A wall of windows in the breakfast nook looks out into the garden screened by breeze blocks, which helps bring the outdoors into the house, offers privacy, and shields living areas from the strong Texas sun. The sweeping view across the living room is one of the features that makes this house special, particularly when daylight streams in. Living areas seem to flow into the backyard through broad expanses of glass. The updated interior design reflects the influence of German-American architect Mies van der Rohe on Houston's modernist architecture, summed up by his well-known philosophy, less is more. The terrazzo floor is new, but it's the same color and pattern as the original. Many of the pieces are by Adrian Pearsall, one of the nation's leading designers of modern furniture. The boomerang sofa is a classic Pearsall design that the Rosenbaums purchased for the home with guidance from their architect, Arthur Steinberg. This distinctive coffee table was made by Nakashima Woodworks from an original design by George Nakashima, a Japanese-American architect and furniture maker who was one of the leaders of the modern American craft movement. The floating fireplace hearth echoes the floating buffet in the dining room. The decorative panel over the mantel was created by a local artist whose last name was O'Grady. He created the piece in the home's garage and used Coca-Cola to create the unusual finish. Galveston craftsman Yanni Langer conserved the piece when the home was renovated. The sunken conversation area off the living room was a popular mid-century architectural feature. With the exception of the two orange chairs by Danish-American designer Jens Rysam, the furniture in this area is by Adrian Pearsall. The gold chairs and cube end tables are the original to the house. The kidney-shaped coffee table is a notable Pearsall design that the homeowner acquired more recently. Another prized family piece is displayed on the wall beyond the conversation area, Max Rosenbaum's original string art. The house was built with 3 bedrooms. What's now a home office was originally a hallway and bathroom. The space was opened up with a wall of windows to provide a view into the backyard. The renovated primary bedroom also has an open, airy feel and features another distinctive Pearsall creation. The orange chaise longue still has its original furry upholstery, which was carefully restored by Steve Pine, a restoration specialist with the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. A new primary bath was created from a former bedroom. The floating cabinetry is consistent with the home's clean, modern design aesthetic and recalls the dining room buffet and living room hearth. Sliding doors in the bedroom provide access to the backyard. The landscape design is based on the original plantings and includes a Japanese black pine tree that was planted by Helen Rosenbaum. These trees were popular with homeowners in the 1960s. An Asian influence can also be seen in this opening that allows a Texas persimmon tree to grow through the roof. The curving path leads back to the living area in one of the home's most eye-catching pieces, a Levi's jeans advertising banner from 1950 that originally hung in the family's clothing store. The artwork was silk-screened on denim to commemorate Levi's 100th anniversary. The bright blue steel jerry can is a limited edition piece created for Chinati Foundation by the artist Adam McEwen. It is filled with spring water from Marfa in West Texas. This floating staircase leads to the biggest surprise in the house, a newly built second floor over the garage that was especially designed for the homeowner's custom-designed model train layout. This impressive model train layout is based on the Southern Pacific's transcontinental line through Texas between 1945 and the 1960s. The 14 by 30 foot layout is built to Lionel O scale and comes complete with sound effects and working signals. An impressive 13-foot-long model of the Pecos River High Bridge in West Texas, one of the most famous railroad bridges in the United States, is the focal point of the design. There are special features scattered throughout, including models of the Rosenbaum family's first home in Riverside Terrace, along with their Meyerland house. The 1913 passenger depot in Wharton was restored by architect David Bucek, who also worked on this home's renovation. TW Trainworks created the layout, which took more than 9 months to build in Trainworks' Dallas studio. The completed display was shipped to Houston and hoisted in pieces through a hatch in the floor. The entire layout took a week to install. From the miniature version of the house in the train room to the historic home overlooking Bray's Bayou, the Rosenbaum house embodies continuity and tradition and demonstrates the importance of place. I hope you enjoyed your visit to the Rosenbaum House. To view other tour videos, please visit preservationhouston.org/goodbricktour. If you donate $25 or more to the Good Brick Tour, you'll receive access to a special bonus video exploring the Esperson buildings downtown, including a trip to the top of the iconic Niels Esperson building. You can donate on the website or by texting Good Brick to 44321. Your contributions support Preservation Houston's public service, community outreach, and education programs. Thanks again to our sponsor, Catherine Warren and J. Monroe with Martha Turner Sotheby's International Realty. And thank you for being with us. I'm Mayra Moreno.